What's up, guys? Welcome back to part 2 of my Let's Talk Twosun Knives miniseries. Today I have the remaining knives that I wanted to show. I had said I wanted to show 5, but I ended up getting one more, so I'll be showing 6. And these were the first 6 I showed in part 1. If you're interested in seeing more on those, go check that out. And if you have, thank you, I appreciate that. For this one, we'll get into the next 6. And like I did on the first video, I'll talk about where I got them, why I got them, and how much I paid for them. So let's get into the first one out of the bunch, or number 7 of my collection, and that is the TS283. And I paid $109 for this one, but there was a little discrepancy in my order. And basically, I had ordered the M390 version, got the one in 14C, so I contacted White Mountain Knives, let them know, hey, you guys sent me the wrong one on accident. And they were more than willing to, fix the issue. And I asked them if they could send me a Civivi Hadros. They did that. They were cool with that. So basically, like, I paid $49 for this one. So not too bad there. And yeah, very nice. And the only reason I bought the M390 is because I would rather buy their M390 than 14C, only because it scratches a little easily, and I'm kind of just picky on my knives and keeping them clean and stuff, even though I use them. But yeah, at this point I had wanted to get either a Wong or a Mazwan design, and seeing this one, I went with this TS283 here. But the TS283 is a stabby Persianesque influence with Wong's, typical long, lean, slender style. It's adorned with these brass inlays to complete that overall Persian theme. And then the inlays here on this side act as the over travel stop. You can see that milling there. So, and the handle is TC4 titanium with this nice dark wash finish. Same with the back spacer and clip. Got the hidden lanyard pin. The blade has this two-tone finish. It's got satin bevels and then stonewash flats. Not sure why they did that. I would have preferred if they went for the other way, if they were going for a two-tone. Because you have that stonewashed flats, it will kind of affect the detent and the action a little bit, just closing it. Still very smooth, but not quite as smooth as it would have been had, it been on a satin finish. The bearings are still riding on a satin finish, just the detent is gonna be not as smooth as it could be, But still nice action, still really great there. And the geometry of this flipper works very well. The jimping could have been a little bit more closer together and more grippier, but it still works nicely. You're able to get really good purchase on this flipper here and actuate it. Detent's tuned very nicely, very easily. The detent is tuned a little bit harder for the thumb flick for the thumb studs, which is perfect. That's exactly what you want. So yeah, works very nicely there. Very smooth action. Same with the reverse flick, works very easily. And I think my favorite thing about this one is this blade here, just super slicey. Nice distal taper. You got that full flat grind. Just very nice behind the edge. Very thin. And yeah, just a very nice piece here. Great ergonomics. Can't go wrong with this one right here, the 283. So after that, I needed to get me a Mazwan. That's all I needed to complete the 4 horsemen of Twosun. And luckily, I was able to pick up the TS301 here. This is called the Lockdown. Very, very nice knife here. It's got a unique blend of micarta, carbon fiber, and titanium. The TS301, it has that custom knife feel to it. and really nice build quality at an insane value. Just the price here that I paid, $86. It just, that's crazy. That can't be beaten for a knife like this. That's incredible. You're getting this nice sterile blade. All you get is the D2 there. The markings are on the inside of the handle. You know, excellent ergonomics, large big belly buoy clip point here, high flat grind, very nice thinness behind the edge. Again, that custom look to it. Nice micarta. This linen micarta here is a lot better for Twosun, definitely getting better. Carbon fiber is always great. And then the machining on their titanium's always good. Nice tread-like gear backspacer. Simple clip, works very well. Some people don't like the ball clips, but it works okay on this one. And then yeah, retention's good. And you have this like hybrid overlaid frame lock construction. Very interesting, very cool. Internal relief cut, which is great. This one has a very early detent angle too. Hits the detent there, passes it. And then you have that little extended tang portion here that hits your thumb. So even though you don't have a flipper, that'll still hit your thumb. And you can go the rest of the way without worrying about guillotining yourself. So that's really nice right there. That's just a very smart design move. You can see how it kind of comes up to here on the inside. But yeah, very smart there. Nice sharpening choil, plenty of life in this blade. Excellent thumb studs that act as the internal or external stops. And then you have your close position external stop pin. Very nice action on this one. Very solid. Just no play side to side, up or down. This thing is tank, just bang fault. But then it's very smooth. Like I said, hits your thumb. Just absolutely amazing action. I love that thumb ramp. The jimping on here is perfect. This thing grips your thumb into submission, locks you in, and you're going nowhere. Even if you don't have that flipper to like guard your fingers from sliding, this with the ergonomics, perfect. I absolutely love this knife. This is probably my favorite Twosun out of all of them that I have here. But yeah, that's the 301 Lockdown by Mazwan Mohktar. So after trying out this micarta and then already knowing about that one, I wanted to see their burlap since I had kind of knocked it and I had known that it wasn't, you know, as nice of a micarta as others I've seen. And right around the time that I had seen this one, I had seen the other knife I'm about to show, but I had gone with this one instead because, of course, I wanted that one more. But I saw this one later on and picked it up at an even cheaper price, so it worked out even better there. This is the TS263. This one's designed by Night Morning, and I paid $65 for this thing. That is so freaking awesome. This is such a great knife. Look at that design. And even though I knocked their burlap micarta a little bit, yeah, not too bad here. I like it. It's just a thin strip, not much, but still pretty clean. The only thing I have to complain about this one here is you can see that little black spot. It's kind of like the underlying fibers and material of the micarta just pop through. But yeah, can't really complain there. But everything else is good. The fit up is pretty solid. Everything is nice. I mean, yeah, the micarta is not the nicest, but I knew that coming in. It is a burlap micarta, so you know it's more of a grittier type of micarta. So kind of understandable there. But the machining and the quality of the titanium and just everything else, fit and finish, and the fit up is Very nice on this knife. It's punching way above the $65 that I spent. This one usually goes for about 100, 125. So yeah, I definitely lucked out on that one here. But you get some very nice milling here. Again, that brown burlap micarta. These speed holes, very good ergonomics. A little bit of jimping here. Works better for the front flipping action, but it does work for the thumb as well. Front flipper works great. You have to get in front of this one, and D10 is nice on here. Works really easily. Great forward finger choil there. Plenty of positions for your hand to get comfortable and yeah, just lock up any which way you need. It's really nice ergonomically. And then again, that blade is really good looking, full kind of almost full flat grind, really high flat grind. Then behind the edge. I really like this piece. Good tread-like backspacer. Clip works nicely. Good retention. Action is great. Very smooth on this one. Same. Gotta watch the guillotine. But very smooth. So that's that one. So after that, I was basically just looking to get another Twosun. And oh yeah, I got this one on eBay for auction. But the next one I got was just one that I saw in White Mountain Knives, and I liked it, and that is the TS38. This is a rugged and industrial looking all titanium frame lock flipper. It's a really cool design. I'm a sucker for Tontos, so that's kind of one of the reasons why I went for this one. It's got that aggressive kind of drop point Tonto. And this knife has that, what I would call little big knife quality to it, where it's got a ton of presence. It's not a big knife, and it's not quite a small knife. And it was a lot thinner than I expected, so it's just in that category where it can still handle those big jobs, but it feels really good in the hand. And it was smaller than I expected, but still a good size. It's got some really nice lines on here and sharp angles. The build quality is excellent. You're getting just this very nice finish to the titanium, nice milling and patterning here. I like the clip that they did with the hidden screw construction. And if you notice the milling on the clip, it's the same patterning on the handle scale. Very interesting. And then the lock bar here, the over travel stop is the cutout itself. So that's cool how that acts as the over travel stop. The jimping on this one is perfect. This jimping is so grippy. It's even better than the jimping on here, on the 301. It's super grippy. It works very nicely. But yeah, really nice compound grind on this Tonto as well. You see it's flat ground on both the tip and the bevel here. Super thin behind the edge, while this stays pretty thick. So you get that nice piercing ability, but you're still able to slice very nicely here. M390 on this one. And then the only thing I had an issue with this one was it's got quite a late D10 angle. So it doesn't hit it until there. It's not clear till there. So this flipper tab is not really going to hit your thumb unless you're in the like perfect place. So most of the time you're going to have to just let it swing past and control the lock bar and then go from there. That's the only thing I kind of had an issue with this one, is just the placement of the D10 and the flipper tab and the way the action works all collectively. Still very smooth, but You know, it doesn't have that type of action where the flipper tab is gonna hit your finger and then be past the detent to be, you know, the all-around smooth action that you would want, but still very smooth regardless. And yeah, if you hit it in the right spot, like I said, you'll catch it towards the end and then go the rest of the way. But it can still get hung up. That's the only thing with this one. But on to the next one. After that, I had bought around the same time that I got this one. I wanted to try out another one of their budget knives, and I picked up the TS66, also by Night Morning. I absolutely love this knife. For a budget knife, this is an amazing budget knife. Like, very well done here. Very well done. And like many of Twosun's offerings, this knife actually comes in both a budget and a premium version. So this is the G10 model. They have it in a integral titanium model. But even then, this budget option is just incredible in my opinion. It's a excellent value here. The build quality is good. For the materials that you're given here, I mean, it just really doesn't get any better. There's 3 little nitpick things they could have done to make this knife perfect, and that's just using flush screws for the pocket clip, doing a relief cut, and using bearing tracks. Surprisingly, they didn't use any bearing tracks here, but still, this action is incredibly smooth. I mean, this thing just glides all the way down, and it's on stonewash liners. It's ridiculous. For 36 bucks, that's what I paid for this thing. You just can't beat it. You really can't. If you have a chance to pick one of these up, please do yourself a favor. Get one of these. It's a great budget knife. I mean, look at that action. Just so smooth. It goes the rest of the way on its own, just gliding. That's my favorite action right there. I mean, you can have that, or you can have one like this, where, you know, it's going to close super fast and nice and it's smooth. But I think an action like this is better. And for 36 bucks, like I said, you can't beat that. So what you're getting here for the TS66 is a nice G10 option. You got these 2 different G10s flawlessly put together. It's a little bit of a chunker, but fills the hand out really nicely. And that's kind of the reason I wanted to try out a G10 model, is because I know that they're chunky. But still, it didn't bother me. It really feels good in the hand. It's got great ergonomics. Kind of has that like Strider feel in this area, but it's done a lot better. Not quite so pistol grippy, where it makes these 2 fingers feel weird. So definitely done a lot better here in my opinion, and I really like these ergos. You get that fuller groove, which they bead blasted, which is typical because a lot of times you get machine marks and you don't want to see that there, so it's cheaper to just bead blast it or stone wash it or something. But yeah, again, nice plunge grind sharpening choil that they do. Absolutely love this blade. Nice lock bar access. One of the few models that's got a reversible clip, but that's pretty standard on the G10 ones anyways. They use this deep carry 420 stainless steel fold over clip, and yeah, 14C on this one. So just a lot of good going on here. Like I said, the liners are stone washed, which is interesting, gives a little bit of a extra kind of look to it. But yeah, great quality, and still being on stonewash liners with no bearing tracks, just incredibly smooth. So great knife. It's the TS66. And the last knife that I have for my Twosun collection is the one I just recently picked up. That is the one I've been hunting since probably the beginning. And that's the TS-196 Sabertooth by Mazwan Mohktar. I absolutely love this knife. I mean, come on, look at it. This is one of Mazwan's best, most sought after designs. It's one of his earliest ones. I think like his fourth design for Twosun. So yeah, definitely perfect for EDC. This size, just amazing. 7.5 inches, like 3.35 inch blade or something like that. Just right on the money where you want it for a size for EDC knife. The weight is going to be a little over 4 ounces, but you know, you got a full titanium handle here. A lot of internal milling. You got the Twosun logo on the inside, so again, a sterile blade for Mazwan. You only have the markings for the blade steel, M390 on this side. Just a very gorgeous design. Absolutely love that blade shape. You got like that kind of extended Tonto point with the, how would you even classify this? I don't know, it's just a modified extended Tonto. Very interesting. Very nice. The action on here, nice and smooth too. Flipper tab hits your finger, passes the detent super early on this one, and then goes the rest of the way. This one's a little bit stiffer. The lock bar tension is a little stiffer, but still very smooth. I would have preferred if they had done an internal relief cut, because that would have helped the lock bar tension a little bit. But yeah, just a beautiful design. I paid $107 for this one, and it really should be a $300 knife. It's punching way ahead of its class here. With that full titanium construction, the backspacer clip, hidden screw construction for the clip. Very well done. Titanium pivots. It's got a little bit of jimping here, but it is pretty grippy, so it does work. Ergonomics are great. And I love when the handle design incorporates the forward finger choil, so that you only have a sharpening choil and then the rest of the blade, and yet you still get a forward finger choil. So because of that, yeah, you get your full blade, you still get your forward finger choil, and you still get a nice, good full grip on the handle. I think that's just a really smart way to do forward finger choils, by incorporating it into the handle design instead of losing out on your blade length. But yeah, that's the TS-196. Just an amazing design by Mazwan Mohktar, and very well done by Twosun. Yeah, that's the 12 that I have now, and I will be doing a part 3 to kind of detail a little bit more about these knives and Twosun in general. I have a lot more information if you want to check that out. Please stick around, and yeah, definitely check out part 3. So yeah, if you stuck with me to here, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one, guys. Later.